recorded. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being on the call. I wanted to make sure that we went over summit information. Whether you're from this, I have a friend, I'm using my friend's Zoom, Anna. And so if you're on Anna's team, just take everything you can use, but just when I'm talking about the different tracks, just know that I don't know what you chose. So just kind of take that into account. Okay, I want to just go over the basics information. I'm just going to give you as much facts as I can. Just know that I'm in the 5-star wall. I'm in this 3 other groups. I mean, you can get so inundated with information. So I'm just going to give you what I know, give you as much knowledge as you can to make the best choices that you can so that you can be prepared as much as you can. Okay, that being said, sometimes when things are new, we just don't know. For example, this is a new avenue in Tennessee, obviously. Okay, so it's a new place, a new situation with new things. I went through as much information as I could. I read it over as much as I could, and I'm just going to give you as much information I can. That being said, things might change when we get there, and so just make sure you're paying attention. Always have a summit buddy, okay, that you can text back and forth so that you guys can ask questions back and forth so that you're not texting 17,000 people at once. Please don't put me in a group message or any of your friends 15 group messages, because what happens is I get a text and then you get everyone else's text, right? And then it becomes really frustrating because your phone's dinging all the time. So don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, and don't do that to anyone else on your team. Get one person that you're going to text. I'm going to text my diamonds so they know. Okay, my diamonds will know. And then they're responsible for sharing that with their team. Okay, you might text one person or whatever. So here's you go, summit. Okay, you need your own transportation from your hotel to your airport. Okay, most of us are going to get taxis. That's okay. If you're a planner, you can call ahead. You can figure that out. It's not a big deal, but you need to find your way to the airport. There's no transportation to the LP field ever. Okay, so we're going to stay wherever you're staying. It's probably downtown Nashville. LP field is where we're having everything. All of our our opening ceremonies, our whatever you want to call them. They're called opening and closing ceremonies. Okay, all of our recognition is going to be there, and you need to have access to get there. So it is walking distance from some hotels. Most places, everything that I looked up, I mean, it said it could be 25-minute walk. That's a long walk in heat, okay? So I told my team, and you should have either purchased the shuttle so that you can get picked up and dropped off there, and just know that that you need to leave early. If something starts at 1, you need to be headed there by 12:30. All right? Don't set yourself up for failure and show up and then all the seats be taken and then you get frustrated. Make sure that you get there, you get going early. That being said, we have things that are back to back to back to back to back, and it's really important that you're looking at your schedule. So everyone downloaded the Summit app. You all have that. If you don't have it, make sure that you have it and you've kind of looked through it. Okay. Okay, next thing. So you know that you're going to get to the shuttle. The shuttles are $10. Or you can walk, but you need the very first thing that you need to do when you get to Summit is go to registration. All right, registration is where you pick up your packets, and it's where you get everything. You get access to all your bands that you've earned. You'll check in. You'll usually be 2 lines, one for elite and premier coaches, one for everyone else. Okay, and then you kind of go in those lines and wait, and you need to pick up your packets. It will have schedules. It will have all the information that you need. Make sure that you get there as soon as possible. All right, I believe that where does that say that's at? It says that is in, I'll give you the room in a second when I break down all the different things. I'm just gonna give you tips now and then we'll break down. I'll give you, you can be able to write down the rooms where we're gonna meet and stuff. But I believe that, that's in the packet, an MCC Davison Ballroom. May not mean anything to you now, but when you get your packet, you'll find that information. Okay, so if you arrive a Thursday, some of you are coming in Thursday, register if you haven't, make sure you get in. And then my team, we're having breakfast, brunch at 11 o'clock downstairs in the lobby area, okay? Now, depending on if you have recognition or not, star coaches and all-star legends have rehearsals. So your rehearsal could be anytime between 9:30 and 11 or 1 o'clock. If you don't know, make sure you check the app. Okay, one thing I didn't know, when I clicked on the app, I click on it, okay, and then it comes up. You gotta, Michelle told me this, you gotta flip it and scroll, and there's a whole second page that shows you like all where your recognition is and a bunch of different stuff. So don't miss that second page. That's where a lot of people are missing, and they aren't understanding where recognition is and what different things are. So yes, there is practice. If you are an all-star legend, okay, that means 24 months in Success Club, you do have rehearsal. If you are an all-star, just an all-star, you've been there for 12 months, you don't have rehearsal. You will get recognized in the sense that they will probably put your name on the board and they'll have you stand up and you get a ribbon in your packet, but you're not walking across stage, okay? So make sure if you're an all-star legend, that's different. Okay, so make sure you know when you rehearsal. So the rehearsal is gonna be Thursday morning or Thursday early afternoon if you need for those rehearsals. And there's rehearsals for different things, but for that morning, it's for 1 to 10 star. If you become 1 or 10 stars in the last, if you made that by that cutoff, okay, of this year, and then all-star legends, okay, that's the rehearsal. So trainings, people are asking me, what are you supposed to wear? What am I supposed to do? You know, okay, here's the deal. Is you want to be light and comfortable. It's very hot in Tennessee. So you're going to see people that are dressed in shorts and t-shirts, and then you're going to see people that are dressed in sundresses and cowboy boots. It's really up to you, but the training's light and comfortable, okay? Here's the deal, is you're gonna be in a place that probably has air conditioning. It might be a little cold, so just bring like a little shirt, overshirt. I was really cold in some of the trainings and I was frustrated last year. So just have that in your bag. Okay, what else do you need in your bag in the training session is a pen and paper to write notes with. Don't be shocked if you see people bust out their computers. Okay, people are gonna take their computers and their laptops. I don't. I just use my iPhone for notes and I take a pen and paper. That's what I use. You can use whatever you want. Some people take their iPads. If you're a faster typer than you are a writer, then go ahead and do that. Whatever is best for you, okay? You need to have some snacks in your bag. There's gonna be times where you're starving and you don't wanna leave the training, and then you get frustrated because, you know, all that kind of stuff happens. So just bars, whatever's good for you, granola bars, whatever you're packing with you, and I'll talk a little about that later about what you can pack in your bag. Anything that's quick and easy, dried fruit, granola bars, any type of bars, turkey jerky, bring a bottle of water, and as soon as you can, or not bottled water or your own water bottle, whatever, as soon as you can, make sure you bring it full to the training so you aren't getting up and having to fill it up the whole time, okay? Understand this though, so that the trainings are in a different type, they're not in necessarily the arenas, they kind of split different things up in different rooms. And so there has been notice on the 5-star wall that when you're in the LP stadium, you cannot, as of right now, bring water, okay? It's 90 something degrees, so everyone's flipping out. They're obviously gonna have access to buy water, just like if you're at a football game, but understand it's gonna be expensive, and understand that you're just gonna have to prepare for that, okay? So it's gonna be probably $5 a water bottle, I don't know. But just know that you're gonna have to be okay with that. And if you bring a water bottle that's full, they will take it and you will not get it back. That's what they said. So don't bring anything that's a water bottle to the LP stadium, because that wouldn't be nice to have something taken away that you liked, right? Okay. They lifted the bag ban. They used to have, like, you have to be able to see through your bag. You can bring a bag, just look on the app. It has to be a certain size. But in reality, you're probably not going to bring a lot of stuff to the training and to the LP field, because sometimes you go right to parties and different stuff afterwards. And so just make sure that you are aware of what you're doing and how much you need to bring. Okay, next up. So the trainings, be light and comfortable, bring some snacks. Okay, empty your phone before you go to Summit and go through your storage. Okay, there's nothing more frustrating when you're trying to take a picture with like someone that you want, or when you're trying to make a video of yourself and all of a sudden, boom, no more storage left, because that happens to me every day, right? So you're gonna be taking a ton of pictures, you're gonna be taking a ton of videos. So just empty out everything before you go. Make sure you have room on your phone. That's something that you wanna make sure you do. Okay, portable phone chargers, you need to have one. There will be outlets, but everyone will be taken with people with their iPhones sitting in the back of the room trying to charge it. And on the LP field, there's not going to be outlets, right? And so we need to be prepared. So just buy a portable charger. Your phone is going to be searching, and you're going to be using it all day long, whether you want to post something, whether you're trying to look up something on the internet, whether you're trying to share with your team that's back at home, whatever it is, you're going to be on your phone. And so I promise you, by half the day, your phone's going to be at 2% if you don't have portable phone chargers. Then by the end of the day, you're going to have no phone left because it's going to be empty. So just get a portable phone charger. You can get them from Costco. You can get them on Amazon. Just look them up. They're anywhere between 30 and 50 bucks. They're well worth your money. You don't have to buy the super expensive ones. Just have one. Again, computers, iPads, up to you if you want to bring them. If you're hungry, there are places that you can buy food, obviously. There's going to be something called the Bridgestone Arena for quick and healthy options. That Beachbody is kind of, I don't know exactly what that is, but I think it's like, they said they'll have different carts with different healthy options. So that's a good thing. Okay, so parties. Let's talk a little bit about parties. Success Club party is, okay, here's the thing. All of these have different themes, but there's going to be tons of people that go that aren't dressed according to the themes, okay? So don't get caught up on the fact that you have to wear these themes. Some people go all out, from literally looking like they're wearing a prom dress to someone wearing jean shorts and a kind of a dressed up shirt, and they do their hair cute. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really up to you how you want to do it. And just know that the Success Club party is a theme of stars and stripes, or red, white, and blue type of theme, okay? You don't have to do that. If you want, you can. The 2-star party is an all that glitters party, is like a glittery, you know, whatever party, okay? And realize that the Success Club party is from 5 to 7 on Friday night, and then the 2-star party is from 7 to 9 on Friday night. So it's back to back. So most people are wearing the same dress if you got invited to both, okay? The elite, like, I know a bunch of people have been asking, what is the theme of this whole thing? It's country chic, basically, for the whole theme. Basically just, you know, go have fun, be countryish, wear whatever. But the elite party is the country chic actual theme, for those of you that were wondering, okay? So opening, closing ceremonies, just have fun. A lot of people wear sundresses. So you're going to have an opening ceremony in the beginning, and then a closing ceremony, and then like a celebration party at the very end. It's the last party. I will tell you that most people dress up for that last night party. That celebration party is where most people, at least according to what I've been reading, and people have been saying that they're going to dress up the most. Do you have to? No. But I'm just letting you know that there might be some fancy people dressing up for that celebration party. Okay. So whatever size suitcase you want, bring it. All right. I'm not going to tell you need to try to pack into a small suitcase. I have like 6 pairs of shoes. It's ridiculous. So just try to fit in what you can. Just know that workouts, okay, are our Thursday, Friday workouts are our chosen workouts that you registered for. Then there's a big workout on Saturday that is called the super workout, okay? The gates open at 5 a.m. in the morning. The workout starts at 6 a.m. In the past, for all these workouts, what has happened was a nightmare. Is people would show up at 2 in the morning and wait in the lines trying to get into first access to these workouts. But now that we've chosen our registration and we're able to sign up and we're able to kind of figure it out, I don't think it's going to be as bad. Is it going to be packed? Probably. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as crazies waiting 5 hours at a time, right? There's no need for you to get up 3 hours ahead, wait in line. Here's the deal. You're going to be in the workout room. You're going to make it in. You registered. You're going to get in. So if your workout starts at 2 p.m., you know, start walking over there at 1 o'clock towards that area, right? And then you got 30 minutes and you can wait, and you can kind of wait in line. If you want to be that person that wants to be in the very front row, go early. But if you understand there's going to be a Jumbotron probably, or you're going to be able to see her, and it's not going to be that big of an issue depending on where it's at. I've never been there before, but a lot of places, they have like a big screen, and it's like she's right next to you when you're in the very back row, okay? Just know that is going to happen, and as long as you registered, you're fine. You know, communicate with your team. whoever's going to your workout and show up at the same time and work out. As long as you have one person to work out with, you're good, right? So just decide who you want to work out with and kind of go that route. My team, gates open at 5 a.m. We'll talk about that on 11 o'clock on Saturday, what time we're going to show up and where we're going to show up. We don't need to go into that now. But the Super Saturday workout, plan on being there, 6 a.m. It's ridiculous to have 25,000 coaches all working out in the same area. The energy is, you can't even describe it, and it's amazing. And I think that if you go to one workout, go to that one. I know that sounds silly, but go to that one because all the trainers will be there. They're all coming in at different times. You're working out with all your team. It's just exciting. It's kind of, you have all the energy from the week coming on, and then you go to that. So understand that that is a big deal. That's the Super Saturday that everyone's talking about. Okay, so what is the core? Everyone's like, what is the core? Okay, so just understand this, that the core is a place, everything Beachbody, where you can get new workout gear, you can get new workout programs. Fixate is going to be there. You're going to have access to the new performance line, supposedly, is going to be there. And you're going to have access to everything that's like, the back office is a joke, the shopping center, compared to what's in this core. Like, you're going to have so many options for every program that you've ever done that you're just going to love. There's shirts and t-shirts and everything possible. Here's the deal. In the past, the core has been a nightmare because it is just thousands of people. I mean, I'm not kidding you. People wait in line for hours to get into the core. And so you want to get to the core as soon as you can, so because things do sell out, okay? Don't freak out. I promise you they'll have enough size workouts for you. Last year, they released the 21-day fix, and everyone's like, we got to get there. We got to go there. And people are freaking out. And it's like, they're smart enough. They're going to have enough size workouts for you. Okay, you can buy size at Summit this year. The whole DVD, you can buy the whole DVDs, okay? So just, they take cash or Visa, nothing else, I don't think. Visa or American Express. No, they don't take American Express, sorry. They take cash and Visa, I believe, right? No cash? Is Michelle saying no cash? Okay, I lied, no cash. So you gotta have, but I know for a fact they don't take American Express because they denied my card and said, we don't take this. So bring some type of Visa card, your bank card, hopefully it's a Visa card, that you can use. I don't know how much you're gonna spend, but I always go in thinking I'm gonna buy one or two things, and then I leave with a ridiculous amount of stuff. So just prepare that this is a one-time chance that you can get stuff for all your wear and share for the year. You can get prizes for your team if you want. There is no limit to the Fixate cooking book, but let's just be kind. Let's not go in there and buy 15 cookbooks, okay? But I'm sure I'm going to buy 2 or 3 cookbooks, you know? And just know that there is, I think there's the Midnight Frenzy from 10 to midnight on one of those first days for the core. So be aware of when the core opens. Okay, so that's like the basic information. Now I'm going to go over like the actual schedule to make sure that you're prepared. I wanted to give you some like basic tips. Oh, let me see here real quick. Okay, a little more basic tips. If you're on recognition for recognition night, like if you're gonna walk across the stage, there are no stairs. There's stairs and there's no handrails, okay? And there's this mesh membrane on the turf that if you wear your heels, it will sink into, and then you'll fall and break your ankle. So that's why you cannot wear heels for recognition. And so you are allowed to wear wedges, boots, or sandals. Those are your 3 options. Now, if you're that girl that like, oh my gosh, you're freaking out because you want to wear your heels, there are people talking about putting heels, bringing them with them, putting them right on the back of the stage, wearing them across the stage, taking them off, putting their flats on, going whatever. If you want to do that, that's fine, but I wouldn't suggest it. Okay, so you're gonna arrive to on Thursday, the opening session, if you have recognition, wearing what you're going to wear for recognition. There's no time to change. You're going to wear what you're going to wear, okay? Most all the parties are outside, okay? So when you hear the Success Club party, it's like outside, all right? You can probably wear heels there if you want to. You don't have to. And then there's, with the exception of one other one, there's like they said one's in an alley. I don't even know what that means, but one party is in an alley. And then the elite party's inside, but everything else is outside. So just get a comfortable pair of wedges or boots or sandals. The other thing people are talking about, which I think is funny, I think you can read into this too much. Some people are like, I don't want to wear boots. It's going to be too hot. It's going to be flipping hot. It's really going to be hot. So just be comfortable. If you want to wear boots, that's fine. But just know you're probably going to be hot. It's going to be 90 degrees. You're going to be sweating. There's lots of people that are wearing boots, and there's lots of people that are going with the short boot version. You know what I'm talking about? Like the short boot version and just like the wedge. Okay? Basically, my rule for the dress and what I'm telling all my team is no sweats or PJs. Everything else is acceptable. Okay? Honestly. Just go comfortable. And again, like I said, Saturday night is that celebration where most people dress up for that party. Okay, so let's look at the direct breakdown. Okay, so if you have any certification, that's Wednesday from 9 to 5. I'm going to start Wednesday through the week, okay? Make sure you look up where your certifications are at. And if you are an elite coach, you get access to the core early. So that's kind of fun that day. So Thursday, okay? Thursday morning you have to do whatever, all right? Unless you are 1 to 4 star diamond qualification, or if you made it, then you have that 9:30 to 11:30 rehearsal, all right? Then 5 to 10 star rehearsal is from 1 to 2. And then depending on when you chose your workout, to your first workout, that's gonna be 2 and on. Okay, all you need to know is you need to somehow get back to the room to shower, to be back for opening session on LP Field by 7 o'clock. They said the gates open at 5:30, and you need to be in your seats by 6:30 if you're recognized, and everyone else just needs to be walking towards their seats at a decent hour, so make sure you leave a half an hour early, okay? You're leaving by 6:15, 6:30, so you get there by 7 o'clock at the latest. Okay, recognition on your stage is going to be for 1 to 4 star, Success Club 5 and 10 star legends, and new 5 to 10 star diamonds on Thursday. That's the recognition for that night. All right. Let's see here. That is the first night core is open. Core is open on Thursday night. It's called Midnight Madness from 10 to midnight. If you want to do that, you can. You'll be home by then to do that. That's up to you. I would just kind of feel it out. If you want to wait in line for a little bit, go ahead and do that. If not, then don't. I would say get there as soon as you can, that you feel comfortable with and that you don't feel like you're stressed out. But just don't, I want you to have a positive and fun attitude. Don't go, oh, I gotta do this. I mean, things are gonna be there. You're gonna be okay. They've prepared a lot better this year for core. They've added a lot of things. They have triple the amount of people going almost. And so you're gonna have access, and you're gonna get access to what you need. Okay. So Friday is the 6 a.m. or 7:15 a.m. workout. Whatever you decided, make sure you're there. Again, give yourself enough time to get up. On these workouts, you know, you can do whatever you want. I don't go pretty. I just get up, have my clothes laid out, get my water bottle, and I get running out there. And I'm gonna give myself some time to get there. If you look at the, in the app, there is an actual, it says transportation. If you click on it, it will tell you if you bought the shuttle, what time and how often you buses and shuttles are leaving from your exact hotel. So make sure that you know that. I believe that they leave literally every 15 to 20 minutes or even sooner. I don't know if they're just continuous. It will tell you that. Okay, so the workshops are from, this is my team. We chose the workshops from the early morning workshops from 9:30 to 12:30 in the Bridgestone Arena, okay? And then if you know anyone in the Beachbody Classic, that's at 6 o'clock tonight. Our team, we have Sabrina. She's actually competing in that for the Beachbody Classic. And then you have the, I was off of my time, sorry. So the first party is from 7 to 9, the Stars and Stripes party. I told you 5 to 7 early, sorry. So the first party that night is from 7 to 9 is that Stars and Stripes party, which is that success party that you earned. And you should have, have you guys got your emails for that yet? Anyone got an email if you received that? Some of us did and some of us didn't. I think they're just sending them out in groups. and that's at the Walk of Fame Park. And then literally, if you made it to the 2-star party, it's at 9 to 11. Each one of these parties, you get to invite a guest. And usually they have to be registered for Summit. So you could take another coach friend if you want that didn't make it. And so those are the first 2 parties that night. Then that is Friday. And then Saturday, okay, the workout gates open at 5 a.m. Remember, workout is at 6. We have our trainings Saturday morning, our second set of trainings, 9:30 to 12:30. And then you have your closing session from 7 to 10 in the LP field, okay? That night on Saturday for recognition is elite recognition and premier coaches, like top 10 coaches, new superstar, new millionaire, Team Beachbody Awards, that kind of stuff. So you may have 2 days of recognition, you may have 1, just make sure you're paying attention to that. Gates open at 6 p.m., and then you need to be in your seats by 7. And then we have that celebration block party from 10:30 to noon, all right? Noon, 10:30 to midnight, that would be, sorry, on Broadway. And that's supposed to be like outside, like in the middle of the street. They're closing down the streets and doing this big party. So all the parties typically have, you get 2 tickets for drinks. You get free food when you're there. And it's just kind of like a mingling thing if you haven't gone before. And they're just fun. You get to meet some cool people. You can stay however long you want. If you're a person that just wants to stop by for an hour, there's no problem with you, just stopping by. But as you can see, the schedule is pretty intense. There's a couple Thursday morning, there's some time if you don't have rehearsal, a little bit of time. And then after that, it's kind of go, go, go. So make sure you check your apps and you have that written down. For me, what I did is I have the app, but I'm kind of a visual learner. So I broke down each of my days. Like I broke down on a note section for myself, just kind of, here's where I need to be. So I suggest you do that. Like write it out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, either take a picture of it, because that way you don't have, and then you can definitely refer back to the app, but that way you can kind of see exactly where you need to be. I'm a planner. I need to kind of know where I'm going before. I can't, I need to know the day of, and that way you can kind of see it all written out. The app does show you, but it doesn't like have it all in one spot for your particular schedule. So make sure you kind of write that out for yourself. All right. I hope that helps. And then I think that is it for the actual parties. Okay. So I know that, let's just talk about, again, a little bit more. I think when for the first time you're going to Summit, you think I have to do all these parties. I have to go to dress these exact themes, and you don't. However, if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. There's going to be some people that are going bling, bling and all out, and that it's just your personality, whatever's up to you. Okay. So I don't want you to feel like you are left out, or you felt like, and there's just certain people that are going to dress up to everything. They dress up. There's people that kind of dress up to go to the sessions, they're just cute. And then there's people that wear workout clothes. So it's really up to you what you want. If you have a training session and you have to go right to a workout and you don't want to wear your workout clothes, you want to be cute, just stick them in your bag. Just like bring your cute, your stuff that you need in your bag. Okay. I hope that, hold on. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The other thing I was going to say, if you're doing any type of certification, just recognize that is on the same day as rehearsals, and you need to communicate with someone, either in another elite coach or another coach on your team, kind of about what happened, because it's our responsibility to kind of figure that out. All right. I know it's a lot of information that I gave you. I'm going to unmute you all. Okay. And then we can raise our hand and we can talk about anything else. And then we can talk a little bit more about outfits. And I'll let you know. Whoa, that is a lot of noise. Oh my gosh. If you guys anyone have any questions at all? Did we kind of go over what you felt like you needed to go over? Anything?
I have a question.
Yes,
Kiana.
Leslie. Yeah.
I know we talked about we were meeting for brunch on Wednesday or Thursday. You also mentioned something about Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, if you're in town, we're going to go to a brunch, but you don't have to. But yeah, if you're in town, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
If you're sticking around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say we get extra tickets for the Success Club dinner too?
Last year we did. I'm not going to 100% guarantee that. And the last 3 years we have.
That like in our packet, like
in your packet when you arrive, like you'll have all your bracelets that you need. I don't know though, because this is the first time they upped the like Success Club party, Christina. So like in the past, it's been like make Success Club 5 this month and this month. But I think since there's so many people there, they might not give that. I know for a fact I get a guest to the 2-star and to the elite. So maybe not to the Success Club. Don't bank on that. But if you do, they typically have to be a registered coach. Yeah. You might. I would say 50-50 chance. I tried to write a couple people and they're like, I don't know. Sometimes when you write people, they're like, we don't know yet. You'll have to wait till you get there. So I'm trying to get as much information as I can. But I don't know. Maybe because it was so like, it was 25 points this year, they might not give access to you and another person. But yeah, that's a good question.
You're going to have to wait a minute.
Okay. And then Sarah says, good point, that if you're not going to be there for rehearsals because your flight comes in later, don't worry about it. You can just go to when you're actually supposed to be there a little earlier. So you can just ask some questions. I mean, it's all going to work out. You're going to be fine. If you can't make something per se, it's not the end of the world. Rehearsals are just so that you don't feel completely and totally lost. And last year, some people didn't even realize they were supposed to be at rehearsal. And then, I mean, technically it's how do you line up? How do you, what order are we going to go in? Where are you seated? That kind of stuff. Where are you going to go? Does that make sense? Okay, any other questions? Okay, the last thing I want you to feel, like I was just talking to my husband about this. He's like, the last 4 years, the more you go to Summit, you accumulate all these dresses, right? And you just feel like, well, this is a lot of stuff. So just look through, not even stuff from Old Beachbody, but just look through stuff that you've gone through in the past. I'm sure you have something that can fit. So don't feel like you have to spend all this money, okay, going out and buying all these things and all this new stuff. I don't ever I don't go shopping much, so I went shopping and I had fun. I bought some new stuff, but it doesn't mean that you have to, okay? So don't feel that way. And then I was trying to think of one more thing. For your team, like make sure you ask your star diamond, like where do we have a meeting spot? Because I feel like every diamond should have a meeting spot or a team for your particular team, so that if you, like they were saying that, if you were trying to figure out what's going on, like, okay, we're going to meet here, like, for us, it's going to be the downstairs in our lobby. Like, we're just going to make sure that that's where always where we're meeting before we go places. Just make sure you have that information from your team. Okay, and then make sure you get I'm sure you did because you registered with them, your Success Club buddy. Just that, you're going to walk places together. Not that you can't walk places by yourself. We're going to be 25,000 crazy Beachbody coaches, but I'd rather have you paired up with someone when you're walking places, because it's, if you want to walk, by all means walk. You can get your 10-minute walk. I mean, I think my hotel's 10 minutes, right? Michelle, it said 10 minutes walking, I think, to where we need to go. So I might walk. Sometimes I might not always take the shuttle. But if you want to walk, you can. But just give yourself some extra time when you do that. Okie dokie. Okay, any other questions? I will let you know if I hear anything updated in our team page about the water bottles, but as of right now, they just said we couldn't bring our own water bottles in.
Kiana, I have a quick question. It's Sarah.
Yeah.
So you said recognition for 5 to 10 stars on Thursday as part of the opening ceremonies, I take it?
So they'll do like opening ceremonies. They'll do like they'll have a speaker and they'll go through a bunch of stuff, and then they'll just do recognition as part of it. I don't know when in that session, when it's going to be.
Okay, and then the closing ceremonies is for Premier Coach. It's another on-stage recognition?
Right. If you're a Premier coach, basically the opening and closing ceremonies are just like, how would you explain it? That's when Simon Sinek is going to talk. Do you know that? Him, you know?
Right.
And that's
right.
when like they
I
have
just-
like,
I
they'll have
didn't
like,
realize.
go ahead.
I thought they recognized it all at once. I didn't realize there was 2 separate ones, right? Is that right?
Right. They split it up
Okay.
because there's too many this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically the one thing that makes me think about, I was like, literally my first summit, it was like opening ceremonies, and then that's all it said. And I didn't know what it meant. And I thought, oh, I'm running late. I can go check into my hotel. And my first year, I barely got there on time to make it to this ceremony. And I was like 20 minutes late. And so I just didn't go. And I'm like, and then I get all these messages from my 2 coaches on my team that were there. That was like, I mean, they go over like brand new things that are coming out in the next 3 months. They give you all brand new announcements. I mean, it was like when we came out with Vanilla Shakeology, they were talking about all these different announcements. So make sure that you're there. If you're in town on time, make sure you're there. And that's when we'll have our guest speakers and stuff. So it's just like an announcement. They'll do like some motivational speakers. They'll have other coaches speak, just share their story. So make sure that you're there. But yes,
Are they going to give an outline in the packet when you register? I know for the new leadership conference, there wasn't an app, but I'm just wondering, do you think there'll be an info sheet so it's easier to plan? Because I have to remember where to be when, so for the whole recognition thing. And I know Jeff said, just get there half hour earlier. Don't worry, we'll fit you in because your plane comes in later. But the same thing for Saturday. There isn't a rehearsal for Premier, is there? Like, is there a rehearsal for that too, or just for 5 to 15?
I did not see it for Premier, but I could be missing something.
Okay.
I looked for it, but
Is there a rehearsal for Elite?
Yes.
Then I'm assuming there must be something for Premier, because if it's the same night, all right, I'll find out.
Right. I mean, the thing is that I can't even go to the Elite rehearsal either because I'm doing that. I'm doing Insanity certification that day. It's kind of crazy. So, when I get there, I'll ask him about Premier, then I'll text you, Sarah. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. And then to answer your question, in the past, they have given us no outline as to what's going on during the opening and closing ceremony.
I just meant if they said opening ceremony 5 to 7. Or if they said, so we know, okay, it starts at 5, I should get there by this time.
Oh yeah,
Or should we just rely on the app?
Outline.
Okay.
They'll have an outline of the time
Yeah.
of when things start. They just won't break it down to what we're talking about inside those things.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to let you guys go because you guys have taken your time today to be on the call, and I really appreciate that. I will get this recording up if anyone that needs it, and then I just suggest between now and Summit, sit down, look at your app, write out everything that the app explains, like what you have qualified for, what different things you need to do, and get that down on a note section of your phone so that you aren't in the dark when you show up, so that you have at least an idea of what's going on. Then that way you'll feel a little better and feel a little bit more prepared. I would definitely say bring 1 or 2 fancy stuff if that's what you want to do to dress up, and then all the rest comfortable, cowboy chic, whatever that means to you. Cowboy boots, cowboy hat if that's what you want. Flowy dresses, shorts, tank tops. That's what I'm going to probably be wearing most of the time. And let's just have fun. It's going to be an awesome experience, you guys, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to meet most of you. And you guys have an awesome night, okay? Thank you so much.